Okay, everyone, I am back just moments later with a preview for two shows. We have the Kokeny Classic and the Las Vegas and Naturals show. Okay, who do I want to start with? Okay. Let's start with the Kokeny Classic. Okay, so we have how many people is this? Why do I always do this myself? Where nobody asks me to count and then I start counting. It looks like we have 15 people max, including Anna Setlak, who's got second place at California Supplement Pro, which I just posted. Oh, I'm Sam McDonough, IFBB Bikini Pro, and I'm going to pre-release two shows. Okay, let's talk about this. So let's start with Laura Zacharias. So Laura has gotten eighth before, but she got fifth at another show last year. So she just competed a few weeks ago at the FIBO show. And let's get into her and Tyler Judge's show, which is worth mentioning, because Tyler is vice president of the NPC and IFBB. So let's talk about Laura. So Laura, hair and makeup look beautiful. I would say that to improve for this show, okay. I just did the other video. I was like, did I predict who's going to win? But that wasn't a prediction video. Okay. So what does Laura need to do for this next show? I think this front pose looks a tad bit forced. This arm is pretty far out. It looks like she's pushing back and sitting into that hip, which makes the upper glute like slide off and go into a diagonal line. And the amount of bend she has coupled with like how forced her upper body looks in the pose, makes her look just a little bit forced. That's all I'm trying to say. But hair and makeup, beautiful. Suit color, I don't mind. But I would like more fullness in the top here. So, I hate to say that. I'd like more fullness in the top just to balance out the fullness she has in her muscle bellies. It just helps with overall balance. Also, with this arm being out so far and like kind of it just makes a straight line from the delt into the arm. Like we don't really get that differentiation between the shoulder and the arm. Like looks like a similar width all the way down. And we know she has a lot of shape to her delt. One, because you can kind of see it, and two, because in this back shoulder you definitely see it. So yeah, I would just relax this pose a little bit, bring the arm in tighter. Don't push so far into the hip. Just stand up nice and tall with a little arch in the low back. And then the tan, Lisa, who won this show, was also having some trouble with her tan. So it might have just been the show because it looks a little blotchy. And like darker in these legs, like through here than it does like, right here in the calves. So yeah, like more consistency on the tan, but that might have just been a show-wide situation. Did she pose differently? No, pretty similar. Okay, so then we turn to her back pose, and in her back pose, and good luck to all these people. Good luck. Okay, in her back pose, I think the back pose is pretty good. I think she's squatting into it a little bit too much, but this is not centered, so maybe it looked fine, but I do suspect that it was a little bit too much. And you want to look natural, like you're just standing there. I would like the hair to be like an inch shorter, a really great fullness in the upper body, good fullness in the glutes, but the legs start to overpower the glutes because she is squatting so much, so it makes more of a quad sweep. And also how pushed back she is because of the squat kind of flattens the glutes at the bottom here. So a lot of people think that if you like squat into it more and like have more of a bend in your knee, your tie-ins will pop better and your hamstrings will pop better. And you will see lines of them, but it takes away from the projection and like fullness in the muscle belly that you want to showcase more than you want to showcase the fact that you have tie-ins and hamstring development. So I would just relax both poses. Okay, and then we have Anastasia. So Anastasia has placed up to 6th before in the Pro League. Her other highest placing was in 8th place, and she just went pro in 2022. So she's been a pro for a few years. This is what she looked like her most recent show. So I pulled her up because she has a really, really great structure, conditioning, and fullness. It's just going to be about refining. So she also looks a little bit forced. Her shoulder is actually tipping back. Usually we see it happen like this, where it tips that way instead of the other way. When it tips the other way, it's because you're too tilted forward, and when it tips this way, it's usually because the shoulder is too hiked up. But there are some polish things that she could fix. So her suit bottoms go down too far, like we're seeing like the top of like the pubic region. I just abbreviate words, reach. The strap of the suit, like the tying part, is going like almost vertically down, which is accentuating the lat too much. And I already think the lat is being too accentuated by the pose itself because she's like so tilted and like flexing her lat that it looks like she's almost tipping over that way. So I would level the shoulders, just overall more relaxed. Level the tie of the suit. I would probably just get a different suit top altogether, because this suit top, I don't like how close it comes there and then how much we're seeing over here. Like we're seeing this kind of side boob also because of how low the strap is going. So I would like to see just something a little more uniform going straight across with a tiny bit of a gap, like a little connector. She has a tiny connector there. But yeah, the suit color is okay. And I would like to see the suit bottoms pulled up a little bit. And a little more bend in this leg so we don't get this huge negative space. It doesn't have to be extreme, just like very slight bend. I always use the picture of Jennifer Dory to show you, which I guess I'll do now because there could be someone new watching. Sorry that I always pull this up. Okay, so this is what Jennifer's leg looked like last time she won the Olympia in 2023. And the year before that, she'd already won the Olympia at this point too, but she changed her posing because her knees hyperextend like a lot of ours do. So she has a lot of negative space here, which takes away from the balance. So adding that little bit of a bend, it just makes her leg look straight because naturally it's hyperextended. So it's naturally not very straight. So if she could do that, that would be an easy tweak. And then turning her to the back pose, really, really huge potential in this athlete. And if she like pulls it together with posing and just these easy presentation things, then I could see her winning the show. It does look like her legs are the similar width to her glutes, so I would like her to bring her upper outer glutes up more, but people still win even with that being the case depending on the show. So that's like something that most people are going to be working on. She also looks like she's arched a little bit too much because I'm seeing like how short her torso is becoming with this, and her torso doesn't look like overly short in her front pose or anything. So I would maybe her legs are too far apart. So, and it's the suit bottom cut. So actually, okay, first thing I would do, pull the suit bottom up in the front, down in the back, so this lands more right here instead of all the way up here, the bottom of the top of her suit. So it's more rounded and shaping her glutes rather than going across her glutes and not doing anything for her shape. So I would like to see that adjustment. Hair length is good. I want it to be like a little bit cleaner, so off her shoulders of these wavy pieces. And another reason I thought she was arching maybe a little bit too much is because of all the detail we're seeing like in this like adductor hamstring area. So I would like to see a little bit less of that because the lighting here was also very soft. So if it looks that hard, like in this photo, in like a soft photo, it probably looks harder in person. But good luck to her. Okay, and then we have Noemi. So Noemi just got at the California show. Because she has competed there, right? NBC California Supplements Apparel. Did I already type in NBC? Okay. I thought she's competed there. Yeah, so she got 7th at the show. Oh, I would have been able to see that like where I just was. That's literally what I had pulled up. So, yeah, she got 7th at the show. I don't have anything new to say about Noemi. I think she'll probably be in that top 5. I don't think not in an offensive way, but it's not like it's not a Pittsburgh level show that she's doing. But yeah, same thing, like the development is just not matching between the glutes and legs for me. And it could run a brush through the hair, all the same things that I've talked about before. Okay. And then we have somebody who got 10th at the California Supplement Pro, which just happened. So I think this girl, she looks incredible. She hasn't been a pro for a long time. She has placed 16th at her first show and as a pro, and then 10th at this show. And how many people were at the California show? Okay, 11. So she didn't like, totally crush it. But what I think is that she has huge potential. Look at this beautiful shape in this model pose. Love the green. Hair and makeup, I think, are gorgeous. I don't have any change. This hair, I'm like, looking at it right now, I'm like really loving that. Um, so in her front pose, I think she just needs to be tighter overall. Like she just looks a little soft in her conditioning. So if she could just tighten up so we see more detail on this leg. We have a pretty good amount of detail up here, but could still stand to tighten up a little bit. I love the suit. I think the suit's really pretty. I think it's just a matter of tightening up for her. She'll probably need more upper outer glute once she gets tight, like once she loses enough like of her body fat to be like the stage conditioning. But still she looks really good. She looks very balanced. She'll need a little more upper outer glute, but I think I'm just not getting that much pop from her, and I think it's because she's not lean enough to get the same amount of pop that we'd see on like Lisa Reep, who just won the California show that she just did. So I'm also not seeing any detail in the hamstrings. Again, I think it's just because she's not lean enough. Let's see what she looked like when she won her pro card. Oh, I think I already did look at this. Okay, because I talked about her in my last video. Okay, yeah, so I have yet to see her like as a lean as I want to see her. Because did I say that about this show? That I wanted to see her a little bit leaner. Let's see. Yeah, I want to see her a little bit leaner. So I've yet to see her like get as lean as I want, but wishing her major luck. Okay, and then Luca. So I love Luca. She consistently lands that 3 to 5 spot. Oh, sorry, she got a second place last year. Who did she get second to at the One Bro show? Oh, okay. There's no photo. Yeah, who was it though? Was it Octavia? I think it might have been Octavia. Okay, so anyway, Luca, incredible look, great stage presence. She's had a lot of practice. She competes pretty frequently. Love the suit, love the hair, makeup, tan, always look great. Same things that I always say. Just needs more upper outer glute. And this pose, bring the arm in, look a little more relaxed. So yeah, she could potentially win this show. Like we have only one. Oh, actually, no. Anna's winning this show. Yeah, Anna's winning this show. She's getting her Olympia qualification. Sorry, that's honestly bitchy. That's cunty in the rude way to say that to Luca. But yeah, I think I just talked in my last video, so you can just watch what I said. But really great. I think she could qualify for the Olympia with this look. She just didn't compare to Lisa, but I think she's gonna take this show. Great balance, top to bottom, hair, makeup, suit, all look good. Like I said, not like a suit I'm obsessed with, but looks good. And great fullness. This really good conditioning. So yeah, yeah. Okay, that's my little preview for that. Okay, and then who's next? Okay, so we have the natural show. I'm excited for this. So this I think is our in the US, I think this is our first natural bikini pro show. So I'm thrilled. Okay, there was one person I couldn't find, and I just thought I would look them up in front of you guys, I guess. Okay, Pro Bikini News Network, IG. Okay. So, and if you don't follow Pro Bikini News Network, I'm sure you do. You should follow them. And he does a podcast too. His name is John. Okay, did he post the natural show list? Because I couldn't find Allah's photos. Maybe he posted it here? No. Um, okay, yeah. So I couldn't find Allah. If you know her, let me know because I would love to look her up. Oh, and I was gonna show you Lorena. Okay, Lorena, she's also competing. So I think it's gonna be so this was Lorena. She placed third at this show or fourth. I think it was third at the One Bro show. So I think Lorena, yeah, she placed above Luca, I think. So Lorena, really good. This back pose is a little forced. I would bring the hands down so I don't see any of your hands or even the wrists. So straighten the arms slightly, brush through the hair. It looked a little bit messy. Suit color, I think, is pretty. Uh, Squatting into the legs too much. I want her to see more like what Lisa's doing, a little more relaxed. Loses a little upper outer glute. So whether she's sitting into her hip or she's needs to develop more, I suspect it's probably developing more because she slopes off a tiny bit here. So I would do that. And the upper body looks a little bit hard. So she could relax the upper body, bring the arm in tighter. I think that would serve her very well. So I think I should probably give a prediction. So I think that for that show, it's going to be, yeah, what am I doing? I need to give a prediction. Okay. So I think for this show, it's going to be Anna, Lorena, Luca. Yeah, Anna, Lorena, Luca. I think Golsa could even be in fourth, even if she's not conditioned enough. So I'll say that. I'll say fourth, unless it's Valeria. Like Valeria could get fourth or third, and then Golsa. Noemi is going to be in top five, I think. So that's my top five. That's my top five. Okay. So, if anyone can find Ala, let me know. I would love to look her up. Okay, so I thought about just bringing everyone up, but I brought up the people who I think have like the most potential to really stand out at this show. So let's start with Sepida. So I did pull her up. This is going to be her pro debut. So I have no idea how she's going to do it, and I could not find her Instagram, so send her to me too if you want. She has a really good structure, so it'll just be a matter of like how much size she's put on since she went pro 2 years ago. Yeah, I just want more density everywhere, especially in the glutes and the shoulders and the lats. So just more fullness. And I wouldn't wear the ombre suit, and I doubt she will. Like it's just a little bit dated to wear the ombre suit. Okay, and then, so Megan is a standout for me. So Megan, she went pro in 2022 at Junior Nationals, and she has not competed since 2023 when she did the Nashville show, and she did not place at Nashville. She placed 14th at Atlanta, but she has really great shape, and I think in the Natural League, like where she probably gets edged out is just not having as much size as some of the other competitors. But this is a crazy look. And Nashville's always a competitive show. I think at any other show, she would do better than not placing. So what do I think about her? Let's see also if we can just find her Instagram. But looking at this old show, soup top, that's an obvious one. The boobs popping out. But incredible fullness of production into a tiny waist. I don't really have much to say. Like, I think this is going to get her a Ben Weider qualification. So with the Natural League, winning a natural pro show will get you an invitation to the Ben Weider, not to the Olympia. You have to win an open show to get to the Olympia. So this is actually probably where she loses it. So this kind of goes back to what I was talking about in my video I just posted before this, about like the muscles you can see in the mirror versus not. She does not have the same development in the back that she does in the front. They don't match. So needs more size in the glutes, the shoulders, maybe some lat, but really mainly glutes and shoulders and hamstrings, like every bikini girl, glute shoulders. So yeah, the suit cut I think is good. I think if she did a smaller suit, it would expose like not having as much development. So I think this amount of coverage is actually okay. And then it looks like just some tanning issues there. And how she can fix that is she's probably exfoliating a lot, just moisturizing well, like even before you get a tan, so it all lays evenly on you. It doesn't cling to the parts of your skin that you've like been giving abrasions to from exfoliating. You're like making the area rougher because you're rubbing like, what is it? Not one of those steel wool cloth things that are at your sink, but you know what I mean. So yeah, okay, let's see if she's posted anything on Instagram. Okay, because I love her look and hair and makeup, great. Like, I don't really have anything to say about that. Okay, so this is her story. Okay, no, so not there. And then, okay, so I guess, has she posted anything? It does not look like it. Oh, okay, I did see this girl. Okay, yeah, look at the size she's put on. Let's look at this video. Really full in the glutes and shoulders in her front pose, just like last year, and better than last year. You can see a lot more density. And then I would probably not bend that knee as much. Really beautiful posing. I'm excited to see her compete. Really great posing. Look at this projection. See, that's crazy. Now she matches. So I think she'll probably... okay, I need to look at the other people. I think she's gonna win. Okay, and then Ina. So Ina Gabriunik, she's from Ukraine. So I will find a charity for the relief efforts in Ukraine, and that will be my nonprofit spotlight of the week. So yeah, it's just amazing that she has been able to do all this with everything going on. Like it's really, I don't know how anyone would do this. She's been in a few shows this season. Really good balance. Just Really great shape, I mean, but needs a little more size in the upper body. We kind of lose that front delt, a lot of great size in the glute, but we kind of lose it in the legs a little bit. So I would just say more balance and muscularity across the physique. She won the second overall at the Arnold Amateur in 2022 or three, I believe. Um, yeah, she has incredible glutes from the back. A little more upper outer would be good. And she's just a little more narrow up top. So it's just a matter of putting on a little extra size to balance the top and bottom. She has a similar lower body to Allison, like how Allison struggles with those upper outer glutes. But yeah, Ina, really good stage presence. She looked great on the live stream. She stood out to me and Chelsea when we were watching. Okay, and then Kim Lu. So she hasn't competed since Ben Weeder last year. And what stands out to me about her is just really great shape and just needing a little more size, like in this upper outer glute especially. Maybe she's sitting into her hip, which, like I said in this video or the last one, it like makes the glute go off like diagonally. So I would like some more fullness in the entire physique and then more muscle in the lower body, in like the upper glute and in the shoulders. But really great shapes here in the legs. The tan looks like it was struggling a little bit, and the makeup I would like to see a little more glam. This back pose is a really good. I mean, as far as like fullness, she's very full, still needs more size. We're seeing that shallowness there. Um, and I think she's like that in all her poses. So just like straightening the arms a little bit. I don't want to see the hands. Bring the feet together a little bit. This is too wide, and then it makes you look less muscular because you have all this negative space surrounding you. So more upper outer glute, a suit cut that covers, my voice just cracked, a suit cut that covers more, like even like what we saw Megan with, and then narrowing the stance so the shoulders are in line with the heels. So I would like the foot here instead. Okay, and then we have Stephanie Ortiz. So this is going to be her pro debut. Stephanie has really great balance in her muscularity across her frame. It's just going to be a little more size overall for her. And she's leaning forward in this front pose. I want her to stand straighter up in this torso and just keep the arch in the low back that she has. And then she'll get better balance from top to bottom. The red suit is pretty. Her makeup look gorgeous. And just needs more size on the upper outer glutes, but that's going to be a theme that you see in like all shows, but especially like the natural shows. And that's not a slight at all. You see that on people who are on enhancements all the time. So more upper outer glute. The glutes look similar width to the leg, so I'd want to see more taper down into the leg. And I think elbows are pointed out too much. I'm going to straighten her arms a little bit, but she could keep the same angle in her elbows, just with straighter arms to minimize this negative space. Okay, and then finally we have Brittany Ramsey. So she won the overall at the Ben Weeder last year. Really was striking when she stepped out on stage. I think I was watching the stream, or yeah, I think I was. Really great balance in her muscularity too. I would like to see a suit that has more color, so just not black or white. But yeah, something with more color. This tan looks like it was struggling too. I think that's just maybe it was this tan at this show last year because it's the same one that Kinley or Kinlu yeah, Kinlu had. And yeah, I think makeup looks good, hair looks good. Just needs a little more size and fullness in the physique, but this was perfect compared to everyone else that day. Like she really, really stood out. And this back pose really stood out. I would bring the legs in a hair so they're like, actually, yeah, I would bring the heels in a little bit and then not angle the toes out so much because the quad flare is overpowering the glutes and she needs a little more upper outer glute here and maybe a bigger suit cut because same thing. We're seeing shallowness and we're seeing that tan issue. So same thing about the exfoliating, but really incredible look. I'm so excited for her. Congrats on her pro debut. So who do I think's winning? Okay, I think it's going to be Megan, Brittany. I wish I knew what Ala looked like. Stephanie, maybe Kin, but I could see someone like Alexandra Leeper coming in. The issue with Alexandra is that her waist is just a little bit, maybe it's a core control thing, but her waist usually looks a little bit wide, and it looks like similar width to her glutes, but she has really great presence, so I'm not sure. I could see her in a top 5, 6. So yeah, I'm gonna say Megan, Brittany, uh, Stephanie has better balance than Kin, I think. So Kin, and then maybe Ina. But I could see Ina being higher because her conditioning is what's similar to like open people, but the people we just looked at do come in tighter, except for Megan. So I think it's really Megan's going to set the standard, and we'll see what happens. So good luck to everyone. Thank you guys for watching and commenting and subscribing. I'm like so honored, and I hope you have a great day. And let me know your thoughts. Bye.